Hi guys, and welcome to another Train Simulator review. Today we're taking a look at AP's Class 40 Loco Pack. Right, first thing, what do we get? 40 in BR green and 40 in BR blue. You get green with, I think you used to get like small yellow front and full yellow front. I haven't put that down though. Oops, sorry guys. But mainly the variations that you can see are discs, split head code, and dominoes. Each member of the class is represented in variants. So you can see that these two, which appear to be very similar locos, if we take a closer look, that one's got that, this one doesn't. So if we now get close to it, see, and it's got other bits and bobs. For example, then you also get, so all the BR green ones are just vacuum braked. The BR blue ones can be just vacuum braked like this one, or they can be air braked too, like this one. So you get dual braked and vacuum braked examples. We're driving this one today. Right, modelling, astoundingly good. I opened that door, by the way. It's beautiful. It looks like a 40, and you're going to see that it sounds like a 40. Sounds aren't 100%, so I'm going to give the sounds a 9 out of 10. You'll see later. Right, first thing, cab. Blue one is in blue. And just, oops, sorry about that, guys. So blue one is typical BR blue cab. So you can see the difference. These are the dual braked ones. They've got the Westinghouse brake handle, which is the one you're used to seeing, and then we're the one with the original brake handle, which is beautiful. Right, so let's get our master key in. The keyboard controls are a bit different. I'm doing a cold start today. Then we can also operate the water boiler. Right, you get scenarios for Set on Carlisle and Quick Drive contests with AP Mark 1s. Right, so first thing we're going to do is turn on unisolate, basically. Turn on the AWS isolators first in the second cab. Turn on our taillights here. And turn on the AWS isolator here. There we go. And they should be on in both cabs. Yeah. Right, so we also get battery. So Shift B, Control B, Control B. That is our battery. Should have done battery first of all, but anyway. We get beautiful instrument lights. Right, you can hear the engine priming. Right, you can functionality is awesome, by the way. You can open windows. I mean, some of the sounds are a bit rough, but still, get a lovely cab. Oh, that's lovely glow there. Seating how many FPS? 50 FPS recording to 30 FPS recording, so 20 FPS cab light. Quite intensive cab light. Sanders, rear horn. I didn't really want to show that off till later, but we get a DVD pedal, which is you can hear the engine stop priming there. We get, of course, dynamic exhaust. We've got no clag factor though. We can also control. I don't want to mess around, but I think it's control. No. I can't remember what the. I think it was Control F4. No. Control F7. Shift F. No. I remember that the blinds are changeable though. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Right, engine sounds. Let's just get the engine start over and done with. Right, so that's your engine start. You can see the beautiful dynamic exhaust. There's your tail lights there. They're quite bright in this. The buffers look beautiful too, by the way. Right, so that's our engine started. You can see the lovely dynamic exhaust going on there. Right, so now we just let the compressor do its thing. We'll do the AWS cap changeover, which sounds really, very cool. Fault light has extinguished because we have enough pressure in the brakes, possibly. We can also go into the nose, like that. So we've got no boiler, that actually goes down, and we can blow the motors and disconnect them, which is awesome. So what we'll do now is turn off the handbrake. So let's just go here, and we'll turn off the handbrake. We'll close our door. Let me quickly get the manual, guys. It won't be a second. Right. So keyboard controls are... Okay, so Shift and Control U, right? I'm not really going to bother with the head code, but you can modify it. So Shift, Control U, there you go. Control I, Control O, and Control Shift everything, basically. And you can wind it, everything, all the way around. Just, there you go. Just so you can see it. Wonky, if anything. Just say it got stuck. Because very often they actually did get stuck and they just left them like that. Right, loco brake, slam that on. Get the train brake release. That's actually really cool because it's manually now. So that is running, that is release, and that is quick release, holding that down. And you can hear the exhaust to speed up there. Right. So let's get this back into... That should be running. So this is... Okay, so that is lap. Okay, that was my fault, sorry. So this is running. Okay, that's it then. So this is emergency. This is all the apply area. You can see the sounds are a bit weird, but they're good, but they're a bit weirdly implemented. But anyway, that is apply. Then this is running, which is the same as lap. That is release. And if we pull that down, it's quick release, which does basically the exhaust to speed up. The exhaust is what creates the vacuum, by the way. So let's just get that back onto running to not overdo it with the exhaust there. Let's press our DSD pedal down. Getting forward. Release our brakes from the outside. From the inside. And give ourselves a little bit of throttle. Horn. Rear horn. From outside. There you go. And I think in the other cab it's different. And in this cab. There we go. Just give you a bit of a taste of the horns. Let's thrash it 100% from inside first. Actually, something we were actually meant to do was head over here and fill up our tanks. So in theory now we've got no water. So when I do T, may have overshot it a bit. Let me pull back a bit rough. That's enough. There we go, and hopefully we'll start filling. What was I remember there's a control. Filling was F. Maybe we're too far back now. Let's edge it a little bit further forwards. There we go. And there we go. Indeed. And our water contents can now be filled. So we're technically now filling our water tanks. You'll be asking, what the hell does a diesel have water tanks for? And it's not the cooling system. That horn is so cool. Let's have a look at wipers while we fill. Oh my god, that's... Oh my god. See from the outside? Do you think that the wipers can... Don't think that wiper's going to be letting much water pass, to be honest. Because if you can do it at that speed... That's a bit excessive, to be honest. Right, we're good for water. So I want to save some for the trough functionality, which I'll show you in a minute. So now what we're meant to do is we go into the nose and we start filling the boiler if we're going to do passengers. So we fill it up to halfway. And you're going to see the boiler water level will come up. So we'll fill it up to about halfway. Let's move off from the outside the thrash. There is a small thing that this loco doesn't include that, for example, 37 pack does, which is so the head go is going to be the same front and back, but at least you've got it. Let's just make that camera a bit further away. Let me change my point so that we go straight. Now, there's the trough markers. We're going to go round once. The motors are quite loud today. How much are we doing? 40. It's quite an unstable loco, this one. So we don't want to overdo it, just a bit more. You can see the clag going nicely around the loco there. That's enough. This is actually a 90-mile-an-hour loco. As you can see there quite clearly. Right, so our water tank, our boiler's full, so now we just start running it. That's in the nose, by the way, and now you can see that here we're blowing off steam in the little boiler. So that's the boiler's here, and that's the steam exhaust for the boiler. So now basically, whoa, we're boiling up some water for the coaches, and that would now be distributed to the coaches through this pipe. It's a white one, through that one there. That would be hooked up to the coaches, and that would give you steam heating. Right, what I'm going to show you next, we'll do another loop. Hold speed quite nicely because it's quite a long loco. Right, so next time we come round, we'll use the trough functionality. So what a trough is, I haven't actually put one on the route, but it's like a long canal with water in it for locos to be able to pick up water. Wow, I can shut off the boiler. That's cool. Emergency cut off. So it says, caution, caution, open and pull handle in case of engine room fire. Okay, so basically, if your engine was going to explode, you'd shut down the boiler quick. Yeah, get the water getting nice and boily up in there. So we'll slow down a bit so that I've got a bit more time to explain. Brake rub, sounding beautiful there. Right, by the way, this has actually got the hiss as well from throttling down. There you go. So now what we want to do is slow down a little bit more, basically. He's got a lovely bit of cab sway as well there. It's probably slow enough for the minute. I want to be going very, very slow so then we can pick up lots of speed. Very slow. There we go. Under 20 miles an hour. Under 10, that's enough. Right, carry on going. Oh, beautiful flange squeal. See the steam there on the top of the loco coming out of the boiler? Right. So it says, when raising scoop, the handle must be raising. Basically, we've got to hoist the scoop. So we either lower the scoop or raise the scoop. We have to hold it and raise to fill the water. So we fill the water. Say on the steam engine, it would be used to just fill the water in the tender for your boiler. But here, the boiler isn't evidently for traction, but for heating. So if we were running out of water, it'd be long troughs, and we just pick it up. Because nowadays, evidently, it's electrical heating, but then it wasn't. So now what we're going to do is basically thrash it and open the scoop as we get close to the marker. Because we've got to pick up some decent speed to get the water in. Right. So now we're prepared to lower the scoop. I have never done this before, just saying. Okay, we've got this. Got it in my hand. The marker's just after the second set of points. That's not enough speed yet. Right, I'll lower the scoop. Ah, lower, lower, lower. Right, are we filling? Yeah, we're filling. Okay, and then you're meant to let go when you come to the end of the trough, which is really cool. Evidently there's no trough here, we're just going to shut down power so we don't derail, and then you hold it in raise for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and we're good. Right, how's the boiler contents doing? Okay, so now, okay, slow down. Going a bit quick. Right. So now the boiler should be sizzling away nicely. It got our water tanks are full. Let's slow down nicely for the junction because we're coming off now. Right, so yeah, that's quite impressive, that trough functionality. And get down to 20. And carry on slowing down. Pulling in amongst all these other 40s with all their different configurations. You can also open and close the radiator shutters, which I'm not 100% sure on how to do, but we'll do that in a second. I think you can. Let me just get rid of those brakes. Get rid of the loco brake, apply the handbrake. Open our door. Turn off our cab changeover. Right, so in theory, you can open the radiators by doing radiator shutters. Here's a page up. Yeah, there you go. That's cool. And you can overheat. Don't know if you guys quite saw that. So I can shut the radiators completely. There you go. If I get in here like that, so I can open them to let the loco cool down, or I can shut them. It's a nice hot summer's day, so let's get the radiators nice and open. You can actually overload this thing, and then you have to pull off the TMs. This is actually a really cool graph. There. We'll just shut off the boiler now, and you'll see that the steam generation is actually, yeah, that's right. That the remainder steam gets pulled out of these little ports, because evidently if you turn it off, it's because you finished with the coaches. So it gets exhausted out of those two ports, which is quite cool. Got all the water left for. If you fill it, it carries on filling. By the way, it's not to fill on the trough. To fill on the trough, you've got to do what I was doing. Then run is what we were doing, which is actually run the boiler, and then off is just exhaust steam and turn it off. So yeah, we can disconnect. I can't remember how to do it. It was first you had to turn off your engine. So we'd turn that off now from the outside. It was Shift Z. Nope. What's the keyboard? It's full stop. Quite quiet from the outside. Well, so you can. I can't remember how. There you go. So you can kind of click them on and off. And if they're red, it means you've blown them. This wouldn't be there in real life. In real life, you don't have the diagram, but this is to simulate you turning off the TMs. So you can actually run on one traction motor, and the acceleration will be a lot smaller. I'll show you quickly. Probably have to be. Yeah, the sounds are a bit buggy, by the way. We'll just get ourselves into reverse, get all the brakes off. Need my cab changeover on. Don't know why it doesn't do the self-test always, but anyway. Right, so in theory, don't know why it's not making the sound from the outside. Well, it is now. Yeah, so it's a lot more sluggish now. You see, it's taking us a lot longer to speed up. Oh my god, and all that clag. So oops, if I was to stop my engine again and turn on all the other traction motors. There we go. So if I was to do that and turn on my engine again. I should be able to start it now. And, come on. There we go. So I can actually overload this thing. We can get a flash over too. There you go, got it, tripped it there. So basically you can overload the TMs. You saw the acceleration there was a lot quicker. So we just shut down our lights at this point. Right, so sounds 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 rather. Engine off. So functionality, well, that trough, 10 out of 10. Model 10 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 is the result for this pack, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video of a little showcase on the 40s. 40 liked it too. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.